Hey moms, happy almost Mother's Day. How are you doing? I just wanted to get on really quick and share with you a tip on how I had a good day when my son threw up. And later, my daughter told me that her heart turned black when she thought of me. So I thought I would share some of that. I hope you are having a great week. I hope you have some great things planned for Mother's Day. One little tip I will give you there is tell them what you want. Whether it's a quiet day to yourself, a quiet hour to yourself. Hey, Lynn. Or you would like a phone call, or a card means a lot to you. Whatever it is, make sure that you're telling your kids and or husband what Mother's Day means to you. I remember my first Mother's Day after I had my son Joshua. Hey, Joanna, how are you? And your awesome children. I will have to catch up soon. But I remember my first Mother's Day. I was like downstairs nursing. I was tired. My son was born in April, so you can imagine it was just a few weeks. And it was pretty early in the morning, and I get this knock on the door, and I open up the door, and here's this beautiful bouquet of flowers with this little stuffed animal that had some star associated with it, like a star named after us that we could go online. And it was just so, so sweet. Hey, Colleen, how are you? And Paula, Jessica, mom of two, good to see you. So I wanted to, it was just awesome. It was so great. But later through the years, my kids would say, oh, mama, let's go to, their favorite restaurant and stuff. And I have learned to say what I want for Mother's Day. And I want this year for my family to clean out the van, because our family's coming, with our good, steam vac, and clean that really well. And that's what I would like for Mother's Day. So let's talk about the tip I want to share with you real quick that helped me have a good day even when my son threw up and my daughter told me her heart turned black when she thought of me. Yes, that was just the other day. So we were in a special class my son goes to, and he was finishing up, went to the bathroom, came out, and we looked down, and he's like cleaning up on the floor, and he goes, sorry, don't let anyone stand here. I threw up. And we're like, oh my goodness. And something in me, 9 years it's been, just boom, I grabbed my thieves hand wipes or whatever, and I just went right into mother move and just didn't even let it phase me and just clean it up. Of course, it wasn't a ton of puke, but I said, hey, do you guys have bags? Like if he got sick in the car. But it's just like, it's amazing how those things just come about. Like when little dramas happen, if you just kind of keep your cool and go into your skill of mothering, or maybe you already knew some of those things because you grew up with lots of brothers and sisters and you knew how to do that already. Hey, Mama Hug. Hey, Sam. How are you doing? Happy Mother's Day to my good friends all on here. So my first tip for you about mothering, and when things like your kid throwing up or stuff like that, of course, have your supplies. You know that I'm very much into my healthy Young Living Thieves and spray and all of those things, because you can sanitize anything very, very quickly, and then just be okay with asking for help, right? Because we were in a situation where there was people around and I could ask for help, and someone will always step up for that too. Don't freak out, because your kid will freak out if you freak out. So second thing, and I only have 9 years of mothering, so I can't share a lot, but in those, in the past 20 years, I have been very blessed to be surrounded by some amazing, incredible moms, some amazing people, some of who are on here, including my friend Mama Hug and my sister-in-law Sam, and people who've had a lot of experience that I don't have, or experience in certain things that has helped not just in the mothering aspect, but helped us personally, helped relationships, helped parent-child relationships, all those things. So the past 20 years, I don't know why, but God has blessed me so much to have been surrounded by some incredible, incredible moms who have taught me so, so much, and I'm still learning from them. And I thought to myself, I was walking in the park by here and I walk in the morning, and I thought, I have a lot to share of tips and things that I've learned from these incredible moms, and I would love to share those with you. And I thought, how could I do that? And of course, Facebook Live is wonderful, but what if I just had an occasional 2-minute video where I just sent it to you via text, and you could watch the video anytime you want. So if that would be nice for you, if you would like to hear an encouraging word from me about mothering, parenting, relationships, marriage, all of those things, a word from me, then text 315-239-4232. And if somebody can put that in the comments, that would be great. So text 315-239-4232 and text the word mom, M-O-M. Text the word mom, and I will be sure to share these short little messages with you. It won't be a lot, but I think that there are a lot of things that I have in my past and in my future that could really benefit you, and especially some of these great tips that I've learned from these incredible women. So Jessica and Amy and Jenny, thank you so much. Definitely be a part of that. You want to meet some of these moms here. Jenny has 13 children, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jenny, but 12 of which she has been a foster parent to. So really incredible woman. Jenny, you need to meet Mama Hug, who fostered 52 teenagers, usually from dysfunctional background in her 25 years of being a foster parent. So you two need to meet. You're both in Florida, so hopefully you can meet. Okay, last tip real quick, how I didn't have a bad day when my daughter told me her heart turned black when she thought of me. So through the years, I have been very blessed to get some great training on personalities. It's a training called GEMS, and it's put out by Danny Johnson. She's kind of the founder of all these personality trainings that have kind of come out that you've heard through the years, whether it's colors or GEMS or things like that. That's her training. And she does a really good, I think it's like a 6-hour full in-depth training called GEMS that you can purchase, or you can just get her book, First Steps to Wealth, and there's some, or Grooming the Next Generation for Success. Those books are like very inexpensive, and you can learn some of those things. And because I knew my daughter's personality, and because I have been loving my daughter unconditionally, I wasn't shocked when she said these words to me, and I knew how to correct her. I knew how to not let my own spirit get offended. Well, maybe I was a little, but I knew how to deal with that, and I knew how to turn that into love. And maybe you have a teenager right now, or maybe you have an adult child that you feel estranged from, that you feel like has said some very hurtful things, or you've said some hurtful things. And knowing how to correct that relationship is really important. And I think you can find some of those answers, especially in Grooming the Next Generation for Success, First Steps to Wealth. But if you really want to have better relationships with your spouse, with your children, you must invest in the full training of GEMS, and you will not be disappointed. I think as parents, and I'll probably have this theme throughout momming, as parents, we're going to learn a couple of different ways. We're going to learn through experience, right? Or we're going to learn wisdom from people who've had experience, like Mama Hug here, or Jenny, or different people. They had the wisdom. They say, okay, this is what I did. It didn't work in this situation, but they can pass on those wise things. And it's very important as moms, who are you listening to? Who are you watching, right? Are you a mom of boys, of very active boys, or very active child, or a child with special needs, talking to a parent who has a very docile little girl, or something like that? Or are you working and looking for people to that? And then ultimately, that this is my ultimate source, is who are you listening to, right? Are you listening? Are you living in worry and anxiety? Or are you listening to your Father in heaven, your source, the Holy Spirit that He left with us to help us be good parents? So I just have so much to share. I don't want to be long for this, but I love you guys so much. If you want to be a part of learning these little gems about moms, and then, you know, these 20 years of great, great women that have blessed me with some of their wisdom, friendship, tips, tools, and hopefully we'll even get some of them maybe on video or recording to share with you. But go ahead and text the word mom to 315-239-4232. Again, that's 315-239-4232. And hopefully my goal is to do, you know, maybe a once a week little tip or a little interview with someone, or very short, just a couple of minutes, 4 minutes. The longer ones we'll let you know about. But just something once a week, a couple times a month, where it just really lifts up to your spirit. You know how to handle when things kind of fall apart, and whether it's your parenting, your marriage, your relationships, your work life, all of those things. I think that we can definitely work together. If we haven't met before, again, I'm Mary Starr Carter. I'm known as the Total Wellness Doc and Mom, and my passion is helping families, helping women really live a healthy, a happy life, just knowing who they are and empowering them to really live their best lives. Because I feel that we're just so many people, especially in the area where I am right now, we're just so busy, and we're just living and doing things day in and day out, just the same thing over and over, and don't think that there's anything more. And there is. We can always be better. We can always do better, and we can always live a better life. So I love you. God bless you. And I hope to be talking to you soon via text. And you can actually message me there too. I may not get back to you like a immediate text, but I promise that we will stay connected and do this mom life together. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.